the Steve Davis Show. Special guest days, Jim Holzman, legendary coach of Albuquerque High, and also the man, the myth, and the scene behind the Coaches Association. And thanks for coming on.
Well, Steve, it's always great to be here. You look at the development of the organization and how the progress works. It's getting bigger all the time.
You know, we're here live at Crown Plaza, and it is amazing. We're sitting here, out of our elements a little bit, but it's so fun to be here. I mean, to watch all the coaches and the camaraderie that's going on right now.
You know, it's so great to see people develop. And you think of the early years when all we had was football, basketball, baseball, and track. Now you have golf, tennis, swimming. I mean, it's just amazing the activities that we have within the school systems today.
Well, let's don't forget about volleyball. They had volleyball on the first night. Last night, had 3 games last night. They had great crowds. West Mesa was a lot of enthusiasm. So it was an unbelievable night of athletics.
Well, when they first organized these All-Star games in 1941, Albuquerque had a population of maybe 30,000 people. Now, look at it now, we're up almost close to 1 million people, and that includes Albuquerque and Rio Rancho. When you put all those things together and add up 50 years, that's a lot of things.
And it's developed. I mean, I can remember when I played, it was just one class. Now they got multiple classes, and this is just one week that there's other weeks that more all-star players play in.
Yeah, well, we have 6 divisions now. Class 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down the line.
You were in class 4. Last time you were in 4A, right?
Yeah, I was in 4A then. And it was really great then, and we played one game. So what do you have got now? It's just progressing. The town's growing, the state's growing, population changes, school systems, and we have to be really aware and adaptive to make changes ourselves.
This has been such a, I'm excited for this week. I mean, it's great to see your wife taking my money away from me. And,
oh yeah,
I mean, she's good.
Actually, it takes my money away from me too.
I tell you what, we got those steak fry. I mean, the hamburger social tonight, and there's so many things that are happening this week. And yesterday, I mean, there was a golf tournament yesterday for all the coaches. They played at Ladera Golf Course, and everybody had a great time there. And
they can't tell the truth.
And probably can't keep the score either, right? The score, right? I think they learned how to pencil there, but it was great to see. There's so many things to do during the week.
Well, you look at what you're just talking about is correct. Those guys go out and they fight against each other and they compete in all those things during the course of the year. Then they come down here for a week and have a good time together. And I think that's great for sportsmanship, that these people go out and they really understand each other. They sympathize with each other. They do a great job of public relations.
And right now, nobody's good enough to win the state championship. I've been talking to all these coaches. They're saying that they're going to be terrible. They're not going to be ready. But that they're sitting there just trying to get a little information about each team and who's going to be the better team for next year.
All saying that you can win it. I sure hope I'm as good as you are, and they can probably beat them all anyhow. So what do you got?
But last night I was sitting around talking with the coaches, and of course Charlie Dodson football. He doesn't want to be on ProView networks because his team's not going to be very good. He doesn't want to embarrass El Dorado in his program.
Yeah.
And last year he said the same thing, and they went all the way to the state championship. So
you have to be humble. Be humble.
But that's the kind of things you're hearing almost from every coach is that one, they're excited. They all start next week. It's a little. I mean, they have they changed the football game to Wednesday night. They used to be on Friday night, but they changed it to Wednesday night because coaches are going to work next Monday.
Yeah, that's right.
they're getting ready to play.
Oh boy, and how, and it's going to be quite a year coming up. There's some really good talent, good football teams. You know what's changed though when they had those first All-Star games? It was just like here in Albuquerque. We had Albuquerque, Highland, St. Mary's, Manal, and Indian School, and that look what it is now. It's massive, and it's not only in Albuquerque. It's all the way down Los Lunas up to Santa Fe or Bernalillo. We have an awful lot of high schools, and it's up to you people in the media to go televise them all.
Well, I tell you what, as you know, we cover most of them.
I do, yeah.
And it's amazing. We have an unbelievable schedule. We do 10 to 15 games a week, and this year we're broadening our schedule. It's going to be a lot of volleyball and soccer. So,
well, you have something here that doesn't exist anyplace else in New Mexico. You people are the primary route of conversation, vision, and what's going on in the state. And if it wasn't for your network and you, we wouldn't have those things.
And it's fun. I mean, I'm looking in here. We got Ed Nunez walking up here, and we got Scott Gleddy. They're getting ready. They're going to have a show after our show, and they're excited, and it's a little different. We're away from home. We're not in the studio, but it's Crown Plaza is taking really good care of us, and it's fun.
Hey, it's great. It's a progress, a step forward. It's up national. You are there, and the work is here, and you're carrying it out, and people appreciate what you do. There's only so many newspapers around, and here in Albuquerque we have one. They cannot go out and cover all the ball games, so they hope that the coach calls in the scores. Well, that's nice. Good thing they do. That's the best we have.
Well, if they win, they call the
Oh,
score.
yeah, well.
If they lose, it kind of
You don't hear from them again.
You know why? You know who lost because he didn't. You have a real good. You got a 90% chance that.
Well, I'm trying to be tactful.
But I'm just saying. I look in the paper the next day to check on some scores or whatever, and 90% of the time, if that score's not in there, the home team didn't win.
It's really a difficult type situation to be a coach, lose a ball game, and then call in a score after you've been clobbered, But those type things happen, and when they do, people still, you are the ones that come out and do that type thing, and we get that thing all set up to a point that we try, and you try, to get everybody competing against what the local media might say.
It's a good thing we have somebody taking care of the traffic. We almost had a train wreck right there.
I thought I was wondering how you were going to appear with it.
I was just going to let her go on through and just see if it didn't even notice. I mean, I've had such a good conversation with you. I wasn't even going to let it bother me. So.
Well, you would have been run over, but at your size, it wouldn't run over you much.
But give us a little bit of give us some history a little bit about the coach and such. I mean, you're the guy, you're the historian about this. I mean, you have a lot of. I know this is kind of like your bread and butter. This is something you always look forward to in the summer.
I've been in it long enough that I really appreciate it. But the All-Star Game of 1941 was sponsored by the University of New Mexico, the Downtown Lions Club, and Iggy Mulcahy. Iggy had the sports shop, and Iggy went out, and I think he financed most of it, but that was the first All-Star Game. Well, the war came along, and that stopped things, and after the war, they formed the New Mexico Officials Association, and the officials were the ones who thought that it would be great to have the coaches in if we could understand it just a little bit more. So they invited the coaches in. So for a while there, we had the New Mexico High School Coaches and Officials Association. Then finally we got big enough and got enough that we split up. And that became the New Mexico High School Coaches Association in only. And it was a good organization. It is a good organization. And we've grown. We continue to grow. You think of all the new sports coming in, and we try and have something for everyone. So I think that we have a very good thing going, and that is kind of the growth of it all. The officials, they have their organization. Coaches have theirs now. But it all started because officials asked us to join them.
And what an organization it has become. I mean, then it's the coaches, and then Buster's and then the MMAA's office. It's just grown humongously.
Oh yeah, gosh, Steve, the NMAA and the New Mexico High School Coaches Association used to be separated. Well, Buster and Dan Salsuedo has to be put in that with Bobby Gibbs. They brought both organizations together in the same building. They can communicate, they can talk to each other, and that's something we never had before.
Well, I mean, this week is. I mean, how's the ticket sales going? Good attendance going?
Oh yeah, especially when it comes to eating. Some guys come around and buy all those tickets to eat. How many did you buy?
I'm not finished.
Oh.
I'm waiting to see if anybody beats my record.
Well,
That's
they're gonna have to go some.
I mean, Mary Lois hasn't came and talked to me yet, but I'm right now. It's always nice to have those little $5 tickets.
Well, I tell you.
You get a lot of friends. I have a lot of people come talk to me.
But would you take me to the steak fry? But remember, steak fry is now a hamburger fry.
Hey, it's all the same, I mean, it's the camaraderie. You couldn't tell by the way people eat. You couldn't tell.
No, it's just great. Gets everybody together and we have some fun.
Jim, this is such a unbelievable atmosphere, and people the whole week. It's amazing. All the athletes that come in, and I can remember that it kind of hit home with me when I played my last high school game with my high school players. Some of the players here, they may not play organized sports again. There's a few that will be lucky to go on and play in college, but there's a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
Tell me some of your experience having talk. You coach some of these all-star games and having to say goodbye to these players, and it's tough.
Oh yeah, you look at the people that. Let's take Tommy McDonald, for instance. Highland High graduate in 1953. He played 4 years at Oklahoma and made All-American. That's pretty good. But it didn't end there. Tommy went into the NFL, and he played for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. He ended his pro career, and now he's in the NFL Football Hall of Fame. Well, that's the kind of guys that, that's an inspiration to young people coming along, that when you can do something like that, maybe I can too.
Well, you know what? We're going to go to Dave and Buster's top 10 plays, and we're going to come back and talk more about the Coaches Association.
J.R. Giddens threw it away. 6th turnover by New Mexico. All the way, Gibson, finger roll on the reverse layup, a little smooch out the window and good. And now Jonathan Gibson with 13. And a New Mexico. Granger to Derice, beats the shot clock for 3. Wow. Got it! Pointed and down, and Derice Gary. Inside, and Wendell McKillis with a jam. So what a 4 for the free throw line as Giddens, a little crossover reverse layup, pop the window and good. J.R. Giddens. Seconds to play. Giddens in the lane. Giddens wild. No, the putback. The big fella, Alex Kirk. Got a 2-on-1. To Giddens. Put it down. Back-to-back plays and then another steal. 3-on. DeVries, he's had the hot hand. No, put back.
Oh, wow.
Give me that, says Deshaun Delaney.
How many times has Deshaun done that?
Monster jam from DD. That's why we waited.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, talk to State Farm agent Michelle Rudolph or Marty Size in Albuquerque.
ProView Networks would like to thank Hi and Heather Roberts for their generous support of our mission to help raise the profile of New Mexico's youth and to serve the communities that support them. Hi and Heather Roberts are proud members of the American National Family of Companies and serve to provide life, health, auto, and home insurance to people like you.
Sadie's is a proud supporter of New Mexico high school sports and athletics, and we here at ProView Networks would like to thank Sadie's for their continued support in helping us bring you all of your New Mexico high school sports coverage.
Get into the game. Garden Schwartz Team Sales features fine products and apparel from Wilson, Schutt Sports, Speedline, and Russell Athletics. We offer custom embroidery and screen printing services for all of your school or club needs, from team uniforms to school letter jackets. Specializing in all sports and serving all communities, from big schools to small schools, from up north to down south, or all points in between, Garden Schwartz Team Sales has the products and professional services you'll need to be your best. For great prices, friendly staff, and quality products, call Garden Schwartz Team Sales today at 1-800-880-7767. That's 1-800-880-7767. Since 1939, Garden Schwartz Team Sales is a proud supporter of New Mexico youth athletics.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
Don't sacrifice quality or flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride delivers the best tasting barbecue chicken and ribs with the fastest drive-thru in the whole city. Plus, Albuquerque Magazine has awarded Golden Pride for having the best tasting breakfast burrito in town. For a great meal without the wait, come see us at any one of our 4 locations or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride, home of Albuquerque's #1 breakfast burrito.
Welcome back to the Steve Davis Show. We have Jim Holzman here. We're at Crown Plaza in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the Coaches Association annual meeting. And Jim, I mean, we kind of covered the, the little history of the Coaches Association and where it started from, and now, but we had a great guest speaker come in this week.
We had a great speaker. He's gone home to Texas right now, Oklahoma, and Dave Bliss. And Dave Bliss was our former head basketball coach here at the University of New Mexico. And Dave had a pretty interesting history. When I first remember Dave, he was the assistant football coach at Army, and the head coach was Bobby Knight. And Dave picked up an awful lot of good things from Bobby on work ethic.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where he started. Then
I knew he knew Bobby Knight, but I didn't know that he was a football coach.
Well, that's right. He taught football in a basketball uniform.
Right.
They walloped the ball over the court.
That's crazy.
But Bobby was the head basketball coach, and he hired Dave. Then when Bobby went to Indiana, Dave went with him. And then that kind of got Dave really going into the historical background that soon he was then to Oklahoma. Then he was at SMU for a while, and then finally we were fortunate enough to have him at New Mexico. And
what a great job he did. I mean, it was, if you go back to the banners, if you look in the pit, I mean, it's funny. It's like every 4 years you go back to Ellenberger and Bob King. It was like every 4 years they'd win a conference championship. And then when Dave came, it was almost every year he won.
Yeah.
They changed the format a little bit, but every year he